My name is Jenny. Welcome to my channel, JK Star 8 Reader. Today I am doing a Friday reads. These are the books I want to get to this Friday and into the next week. So let's get going. The first book I have to show you, it is Dark Wish by Nora Roberts. So this is a book that I've held on to for many years, and I finally took the plunge and started reading it yesterday. I needed a small book to carry with me in my bag as I waited for the theater production to begin. The theater production is actually based on the life of Edgar Allan Poe, so this book, it suited the evening pretty well, and it is a book that begins a series about Dark Witch. Back in the old days, she is alone caring for her three young children, and one day she gets attacked by something dark. And so I'm not too sure where this book will go, but we get to see the Dark Witch as she is living in the olden days, and we get to see her descendants in the modern age. So that's how far I've read so far, about 50 pages or so, and I look forward to getting to the rest of this book. So, Dark Witch by Nora Roberts. Next I have In Search of a Better World by Payam Akhavan. So this is a nonfiction title and a book that I've been meaning to get around to. It is the next book that I have in the CBC Massey Lecture series that is published every year, of a lecture that a notable scholar gives each year as part of the Massey Lectures series. And so this is one that was published and delivered in 2017. And the author is involved with activism with Amnesty International. So yeah, it's been a few years since this was published, and there have been more lectures since. But I still want to read the ones that I already have. So, In Search of a Better World by Payam Akhavan. Next I have Americana by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. I don't think I pronounced that name correctly. I've heard it enough, but I haven't heard it recently. So, yeah, this is a book that is marking its 10th anniversary publication this year, and there is a new edition out to celebrate the occasion. I still have this older edition that is the British cover from when I first started frequenting Book Depository. And so, yeah, this is a book that I held on to for many years and haven't read more recently because of controversy with this author. But I still would like to get around to reading this, and this seems like a good time to do so. So I'll read you a little bit of what it says. It says, Efemelu and Obinze are young and in love when they depart military-ruled Nigeria. In America, Efemelu has to grapple with what it means to be black despite her academic success. Ibinze plunges into a dangerous, undocumented life in London. 15 years later, when they reunite in a newly democratic Nigeria and reignite their passion for each other and for their homeland, they face the hardest decision of their lives. Yeah, so that is a interesting description, and I do want to make time to read this week, even though I have so many books that I plan to read. So yeah, Americana by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. Next, switching up the pace with the next book that I have. This book is The Maze Runner by James Dashner. So this is one of the older YA dystopian titles that have floated around BookTube for a few years ago, and so I've been actually collecting these titles, and I'm ready to make my way through them, as it seems a good way to be catch up to some of the reading that I missed out on, and see what this book is like without all the hype that was around it back when it was first released. So yeah, The Maze Runner by James Dashner. Another book that I have that I remember from a booktuber who no longer makes videos, and this one is The Outlaw Knight by Elizabeth Chadwick. So this is a book based on historical events, and it is Elizabeth Chadwick is a popular historical fiction writer in the UK, and I managed to purchase 2 books from her extensive catalog from the local dollar store when they carried them. And so this is The Outlaw Knight. And so yeah, it's based on the events surrounding King John back in the olden times in England. So yeah, I don't know too much about that historical period. It kind of was glossed over during my English degree, and too bad we didn't spend that much time on old history of England. But it's still something I want to learn more about. So yeah, The Outlaw Knight by Elizabeth Chadwick. Next, I have a book that I started, but I haven't gone very far, and this book is A Million to One by Adiba Jagirdar. So I've mentioned this book a few times already in my past videos, and it seems like a fun YA story about a young girl trying to make it, and doing so by being a thief. And so this is about her getting on the Titanic, and I guess see how her fortunes turn when she is on the doomed ship. So yeah, A Million to One by Adiba Jagirdar. And then one more book to show you, and this is another YA title that I've been meaning to read, and this one is The Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. And so I've been displaying this book on my shelves over the last year or so, and finally I am in the mood to read it. Red Queen is, let's see, it is a fantasy story where there is a competition, and that's all I remember. And this is the I guess iconic cover from back in the day, and they are and I do want to make an effort to read all these YA backlist titles that I have in my possession from over the years of purchasing secondhand books from the local independent bookstore. So yeah, Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. So that's it for me for this week. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Bye!